to the Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
The controversial trade that could change the course of the NBA. Can you imagine Anthony Davis wearing a Golden State Warriors jersey? It sounds like something out of a video game, but according to Bill Simmons of The Ringer, this trade is a possibility worth discussing. Would such a drastic change benefit both teams or leave more questions than answers? Let's dive into this idea. On one side, we have the Lakers looking to build a more balanced roster around LeBron James. On the other, the Warriors, led by Steph Curry, who could take a bold step to revitalize their dynasty. The proposal. Anthony Davis would join the Warriors in exchange for Draymond Green, Dennis Schroeder, Jonathan Kuminga, Tracy Jackson-Davis, and 3 valuable draft picks. But here's the dilemma. Would the Warriors be willing to sacrifice Draymond Green, the heart and soul of the team? Additionally, their reluctance to trade Jonathan Kuminga, even for stars like Paul George and Lauri Markkanen, raises another question. Is Davis truly worth the price? From the Lakers' perspective, the trade could bring depth to the roster and a promising future with those draft picks. But would giving up Davis weaken the team too much in the present? So, Warriors fans, what do you think? Is it worth risking the future to pair Curry and Davis, or is it better to preserve the current core? Share your opinion in the comments. Enjoyed this debate? Subscribe to the Warriors News Fan Update channel and turn on notifications for more analyses like this. Your participation makes all the difference. Now, let's consider the possible ramifications of this trade. If Anthony Davis were to actually join Steph Curry, we'd be looking at a combination that blends one of basketball's greatest minds with one of the league's most versatile players. Davis would bring the Warriors not only defensive presence and crucial rebounds, but also the ability to dominate the paint and score in critical moments. On paper, it sounds perfect, but would it work in practice? The absence of Draymond Green, however, is something the Warriors would need to overcome quickly. He's not just a player, he's the emotional leader, the defensive anchor, and the glue that ties the team's offense and defense together. Losing Draymond would be like losing the heart of a system that has worked so well for years. The question is, does Davis have the profile and personality to fill that void, or would the Warriors become vulnerable where they were once solid? For the Lakers, the trade offers a chance to build around LeBron with more versatility and options. Kuminga, for example, has a very high ceiling and could flourish in an environment where he'd have more minutes and freedom to develop his game. Meanwhile, Draymond Green, with his winning mentality, could bring a new dynamic to the Lakers' locker room, especially in critical moments. And we can't forget about the draft picks. These assets might not have an immediate impact, but for a team that already needs to think about the post-LeBron future, they represent a valuable insurance policy for a rebuild. Now let's get to the crux of the matter, the risk. Trades like these can change a franchise's direction for better or worse. For the Warriors, giving up young pieces like Kuminga and draft picks could limit their future, especially if Davis struggles with injuries. For the Lakers, betting on more complementary players could be interesting, but would giving up a superstar like Davis be a move LeBron would approve? So, basketball fans, I ask you, is this trade a bold move or sheer madness? Would it be the decision to put the Warriors or Lakers back on top, or something both teams might regret in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments, share this with other fans, and subscribe to Warriors News Fan Update. Together, let's keep debating the present and future of our team. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss any updates. After all, this trade is just one of many stories yet to come in the NBA. Let's keep a close eye on everything. As a Warriors fan, I see this trade as a double-edged sword. On one hand, imagining Anthony Davis alongside Steph Curry is tempting. The combination of one of the greatest shooters in history with one of the most versatile and dominant players in the paint creates incredible potential. Davis would bring a new offensive and defensive dimension to the team, something the Warriors could use to open a new championship window. On the other hand, losing Draymond Green would be devastating. He's the heart and soul of the team, the one who sets the defensive pace and organizes the offense. Moreover, Draymond is a vocal and emotional leader, something that doesn't always show up in the stats but is fundamental to the team's chemistry and success. Removing Draymond from the equation means risking the entire identity that has made the Warriors so successful over the last decade. And Jonathan Kuminga? As a fan, I believe deeply in his potential. He's the kind of player who could become a superstar over time. Trading him now might be a hasty decision. The organization has already refused to involve him in deals for elite players like Paul George and Lauri Markkanen, which shows how much the Warriors value his future. Not to mention the health concerns. Davis, while phenomenal, has an injury history that's alarming. To give up such important pieces, the risk would have to be worth it, and this uncertainty about his durability leaves me hesitant. Ultimately, as a fan, my heart says no. I'd rather see the Warriors bet on continuity and the development of young pieces like Kuminga and Tracy Jackson-Davis while maintaining the core of Steph, Draymond, and Klay. They still have the energy to compete, and I believe that smaller adjustments and a deeper roster might be the safer path to another title. Now, I want to hear what you think, Warriors fans. Would you risk it all to bring in Davis, or would you prefer to preserve the team's essence? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Warriors News Fan Update. Let's keep debating our franchise's future together. Of course, Anthony Davis is a superstar, and the chance to pair him with Steph Curry is something any team would consider. But would that truly guarantee more titles? The Warriors' dynasties were built with patience, chemistry, and a long-term vision. Risking everything in a trade of this magnitude seems more desperate than strategic. There's another point worth considering: Steph Curry's relationship with Draymond Green. These two aren't just teammates, they're pillars of the team's success. It would be an emotionally heavy decision for Curry to lose Draymond, especially considering how much he means to the team on and off the court. This could affect not just the performance but also the competitive spirit of the squad. On the other hand, I understand the argument for the trade. We're talking about competing at the highest level in the NBA, and bringing in a player like Davis could put the Warriors back on the radar as serious title contenders. But to me, the cost seems too high. The uncertainty surrounding Davis's health and the loss of key pieces like Draymond and Kuminga simply aren't worth the risk. As a fan, I'd rather see the Warriors continue to bet on their long-term vision. Steph Curry is still playing at an exceptional level, and there's time to restructure the roster without compromising the future. Jonathan Kuminga, Tracy Jackson-Davis, and even Moses Moody have a lot to offer, and with the right development, they could be the next chapter in the Warriors' success story. So, everyone, what's your opinion? Do you agree that we should preserve our essence and build from within, or do you think a radical change is what's needed to get back to the top? Leave your comments below, and let's continue this debate on Warriors News Fan Update. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss any analysis about the Warriors' future. Let's follow every move of our favorite franchise together.